It's interesting that you struck up a close relationship with Devon Peterson since you've been here, and it's ironic because both of you are sort of standard bearers and trailblazers, if you like, for North America, and obviously Devon for South Africa and Africa. And there must be a spark in you somewhere thinking, I could really make a name for myself, not just as a darts player, but as for a continent, and you can actually do something huge that no one's ever done before. And we've had a lot of Americans come in and flirt with it a bit and actually have successes, but to really make an impact and win a major and go on. And I know we've had that once before, but we could have it again with you, and you could really go on and be something very special.
Yeah, if I didn't think I could win an event, I wouldn't even have tried. I know I have the game in me, and when I practice with some players, they tell me I have the game in me, and it's just going to take a couple of breaks, my timing right for one day, and it'll just be my day that day. To happen at Q School, we know how high quality Q School is, and to go into the last day and basically average mid-90s all day, and timing was right, I made a run to the finals. So it's just going to take one of those days again. And no one knows this, but I never used to practice. I've been playing 25 years, and I would throw maybe 30 minutes to an hour a week. And I just would never practice. I was just more concentrating on my family and kids, and I really didn't care to. But I figured out talent can only take you so far. So I need to get the consistency, and since I've been here, I've been putting the work in.
And of course, I have to ask you about Devon as well, because you two together must be some. It must be some time when you are, because you've both got huge personalities. So. Tell me how that was struck up. I know it was through Pinpoint. I know that obviously Pinpoint handle both of you as in management terms, but it seems like a match made in heaven. You two in the same stable.
Yeah, it was actually when I qualified for my first World Championships when I played Andy Bolton 2019, 2020. He walked in and he was doing commentary. And he's seen me, and we kind of made eye contact. And me on the inside, I'm like, "Oh man, that's Devon Peterson." I'm still a fan of all the dart players, but on the outside, I'm like just calm, and we're all sitting at a table. And he actually approached me, and he put his hand down. And he was like, "Mr. Baggish," and I was like, on the inside, I'm like, "Oh, he knows who I am," but on the outside, I'm like, "Mr. Peterson," just calm and stuff. And he kind of just gave me a couple words of advice at that moment, and coached me up a little bit. And he didn't have to do that. He didn't know me for anything. And so from that point on, we just kind of kicked off as good friends. And he's something else, man. He's a really nice guy, great person to room with, always wanting to practice and put the time in, and good head on his shoulders, and he's done well.
It's interesting as well because there's a little bit of a few odd, curious parallels here, because obviously it's very good for you to have someone here who can sort of the ropes of doing the tour as well, with having Devon there for you, like he had with Joe Cullen, ironically, when Devon first came over. So there's maybe some really good symmetry here that that at this point in time that a bit of maybe somewhere down the line, a bit of Joe's success will rub off on you guys. So.
That's good.
I also must say that you first came to prominence with us all with that win over Adrian at the Worlds, which was during the lockdown World Championship without fans. And two aspects to that, really. Firstly, that I must ask you, it was an emotional time for you, and that's why it would sort of probably hit most of us in the heart, really, because your brother wasn't very well at that time. And you had to come through. I must ask you, that we've not spoken since then or had anything to do with you since then. Is your brother okay? Or, I mean, how did that turn out?
Yeah, he's fully recovered. Still has to follow some doctor's rules and stuff like that with his health and stuff like that. So, he's okay. He's fine. He's back to work and all that. So I keep in touch with him and my sister. So it's good. It was good.
Would you like to not be known as the guy who beat Adrian Lewis in the world? That's You don't want that would be on your Wikipedia forevermore, but you want to be known for something than just one victory in the World Championship, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that was just a start, and I understand people will know me by that and because of my story and so forth, and everything leading up to that with my parents passing away and all of that. So, everyone has their own story, and that was mine, and I just have to kind of just start a new chapter and continue on to write a new story and create my own.
I also have to ask you, what do you most miss about being at home? I mean, crikey, you're in the Midlands of the UK now, but you were sort of coming from Florida. I mean, what's been the biggest culture shock for you suddenly? I know you've been here a lot, but what's been the big thing about sort of right day to day? I'm here, I'm here in the UK in the Midlands. What do you miss most about Florida?
The food. The food. It's just different, and it's not necessarily that the food here is bad or anything like that. It's just you're just so used to eating certain things and the fresh taste of maybe my favorite Italian restaurant and stuff like that. And you come here and it's my favorite thing here is just what is it, the doner kebabs, the lamb doner kebabs.
Who introduced you to lamb doner kebabs? That's not the best the UK can do, a doner kebab.
I know, but that's what I got used to so fast. Someone introduced that to me at I think it was at Q School, and someone told me to go there. Oh, but if I had a choice, I'd probably eat Nando's every day.
That's for that. That seems to be the darts go-to meal. I think if they're anywhere near a venue, you walk into it, it's literally like walking into a darts tournament. The whole venue is full of darts people. So, but it's nice to see that you've been acquainted with the darts lifestyle with a kebab, and that it seems to be serving you well so far. Also, I'd say that it's interesting that Eminem was in the headlines again this week. He was at the Super Bowl. Did you stay up and watch the Super? I should say Eminem's your walk-on song, "Lose Yourself." I mean, did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you stay up to watch it? Is that your sort of thing?
Yeah, huge sports fan, as everyone knows. Michael Jordan shirt, got the 49ers tattoos, Bulls tattoo. Diehard sports fan. So I stayed up till about 3:34 in the morning watching it, and what a game that was. But the halftime show kind of brought me back to my days. So it was good to watch. It was fun.
And just lastly, Danny, I must ask you, what's your are you the sort of person to have a target in your mind? What do you do? I mean, you could spiel out the usual sportsman or sports person's cliche of one match at a time, one tournament at a time, but is there something in the back of your mind that you think, right, getting back to the Ali Pali is maybe that at the top of the priority?
I have it all as priority. I understand it's one match at a time and that all cliche and stuff like that, but I'm no disrespect to anyone in the States, but I'm so used to winning. I'm so used to coming from that and dominating the last few years in my eyes. So there's no reason why I can't necessarily not, I don't want to say I can dominate here, but I can put together some wins. And so I just want to win. I don't care where it's at, when it is, but my attitude is I want to win now, and I know it's coming. So if that means, making a huge run at the Players Championships or the UK Open or the Euro Tour, whatever the case may be, at that time, at that tournament, I'm gonna be ready and I'm gonna win.
Is the PDC going to see an American world champion one day, and is it going to be Danny Baggish?
The PDC will see a North American champion one day, and I am hopeful that I will be the first, because why not make another first for the US?
Well, I think that's a really good way to end this interview, Danny, on that very positive note. And I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.